Welcome to Caught by Surprise. My name is Gui Carvalhal. Today we're going to spend time with Sensei Labs. Sensei Labs is one of the ISVs we work side by side. We moved their application from AWS to Azure. And Jay is going to explain us more like why he took that decision and what is the current impact he's seeing in a partnership with Microsoft.
My name is Jay Goldman. I am the co-founder and CEO of Sensei Labs. We are thrilled to be the first ISV to join the Caught by Surprise podcast and video series. We are a Canadian ISV based in Toronto. Our solution Conductor is used by some of the world's largest companies to plan, manage, track, and execute their most critical projects. It's a combination of project portfolio management, collaborative work management, data KPI management, and knowledge management. So think about very large scale projects run by some of the biggest companies out there, whether it's a transformation, a procurement optimization, a merger and acquisition, large scale technology delivery.
What was your experience when you decided to move your solution, your IP, to run on Azure?
In the last 18 months, we have become a completely Microsoft-powered organization. So we moved our hosting from AWS entirely to Azure and have taken advantage of all of the Azure services and infrastructure and platform as a service offerings from Azure, which has been amazing for our team, and we can dig into that in a little bit more detail. We have moved from GSuite to Office 365. We've moved from Slack to Teams, and mostly Teams video now rather than Zoom video. So we are now what I would say is really a Microsoft-powered organization. And it has, in many ways, really been transformative for us. There were a couple of reasons why we chose to go down that path. The first is we wanted to align our environment to the environment that our customers use. We wanted our teams to be resident every day in the same place that their customers are, so that we understood that environment, we understood how to take advantage of it, how to use it, how to deal with some of the obstacles that might come up in that case. And we also wanted to transition to Azure because it allows us to have a different composition on our team. AWS has some great pieces of technology, but it's much more like pieces of building blocks that you can build together in the way that you need to, but you are really responsible for how you put those together, how you manage them over time, and it requires a larger team on our side to be able to do the same amount of work.
What else happened to you internally at Sensei Labs and with other partners we have in the community?
Yeah, I think that this has been a really great experience in partnership building. So part of this has been around not just the move to Azure, and I think with any modern complex web application, there are challenges in how you move between two different hosting infrastructures like that. And so there was a lot of support offered by Microsoft in being able to think about how to port the application. I think for anybody that's considering going down that path, you should really take full advantage of those opportunities to work with Microsoft, because otherwise what happens, you're going to make a bunch of architectural mistakes and bad decisions early on that you won't recognize are bad decisions until you get further into the process. And so the advantage of working with Microsoft is they help you to avoid a lot of those upfront. We were able to walk through our architecture with some of the Azure architecture experts.
Teams today is the front end of most of the solutions ISVs are building for tomorrow. Teams is not just another IM tool. It's not just another chat tool. It's not just a video conferencing tool. Teams going to be the front end. You're going to be spending most of your time because all the main applications you need to run your business is going to be embedded on Teams. So super excited to know that Sensei Labs is bringing this in the near future. Do you have in mind like a timeline for these and you guys are already working on this?
Yeah, actually, so we're in beta now on our Teams launch. We are just going through the app source approval process right now. So soon it will become available in the Teams app source, which means you'll be able to just go in and add it directly from inside of Teams. Guy, I love the way that you articulated Teams as the front end. I think that for a lot of people looking at this from the outside, they felt like maybe Teams was Microsoft's answer to Slack. It's not just a competitor Slack, although it is definitely that, but it really, when used properly in an organization, becomes your main modern workplace interface. And everything else you do as an organization gets tied into there.
Jay, thank you. I think it was a lot of great information. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for the guidance and your experience that you shared it.
Anything that we can share with our fellow ISVs and help them through the same process, we are happy to do. So also, if you're listening to this or watching the video and you have questions coming out of this, you can find me on all the social platforms, typically just Jay Goldman, so you can easily find me, and I'm happy to answer them there as well.